Our first inductee was an athlete, but also a referee, and I know a lot of you in this room have coached football and basketball in your lives, and you probably spent a lot of money on psychiatrists and therapists because of officials. And I don't blame you. But we honored him anyway. Our first inductee is the presentation of the plaque is Dean Mann, and Jim Rickets is our first inductee.
The officials for this championship game, the referee is Jim Rickets.
Jim Rickets. The Sioux Falls Man was an official in South Dakota for 39 years for football, basketball, and baseball. The Ames, Iowa High School and University of Wyoming grad worked 49 prep football playoff games and 4 state football finals. Jim also refereed college football and high school and college basketball, as well as umpiring amateur, college, and Legion baseball. In 1991, and again in 2007, he was named South Dakota's Outstanding Football Official by the National Federation of High School Officials. Rickets, along with Orrin Anderson, started and remains involved in the Sioux Empire Football Officials Clinic, which provides officials for the summer high school team camps sponsored by Augustana University and Sanford Health. He has been a volunteer at the Howard Wood Dakota Relays for the past 37 years and was named the meet's honorary referee in 2016. Jim is a member of the South Dakota Amateur Baseball Umpires Hall of Fame.
Thank you, folks. I'd like to say this is a very humbling experience, and I thank the South Dakota Sports Hall of Fame for including me. And special thanks to Dean Mann. To officiate for 45 years, I had the best family ever to encourage me, put up with my schedule, and stand behind me, sometimes way behind me. We did as an angel and a best friend and a loving spouse for the last 52 years. Thank you. When I left the University of Sioux Falls, or they left me, your choice, Steve Hoff hired me at Dakota Sports, gave me a job, and that kept us in town. Thank you, Steve. Appreciate that. School administrators, coaches, athletes, parents, and sports fans that I have had the privilege to work for and associate with, bar none, are the greatest people on the earth. I really believe that. I started officiating while in school in Laramie. I was playing football there, and the football office posted a job post. They needed basketball officials for City Recreation Basketball League. That was a good deal. Come to find out, they wanted football players to officiate so they could break up the fights because all the Cowboys came to town to play basketball. But back in those days, got $3 a game, or 2 games, or 3 games, whatever was going on that night. That was a pretty good deal because it only cost 75 cents for a pitcher of beer afterwards. But back in the early days, we got $3 for junior high games, $5 for a baseball doubleheader that you split with the other umpire, $7.50 for a high school game. The first year I did football, I went to Midwest Sporting Goods in downtown Laramie, charged a football official's uniform, and at $3 a game, I didn't make enough to pay for it that season. As a new official in town, when I came to town, I was picked up by 3 fellows: Al Miley, Les Hash, Chuck Schroeder. takes courage to take a new official under your wing, and I appreciate what those guys did for me. My career would not be the same without my partner of 35 years, Warren Anderson. Thanks. And they said to tell a couple stories, so I do have some clean ones. We used to work the junior college league, football league over in Minnesota, and that got a little dicey on occasion. We had one game over there and things weren't going right for the team out of Rochester, Minnesota. Coach called timeout and wanted to talk to me over at the sideline. I get over to the sideline, my sideline official, Jim Stout, he's here tonight. He says, Coach wants to talk to you. I said, what's he want? Coach said, have you ever worked a big game before? Jim Stout says, no, we always get stuck with games like this. I was working a basketball game over at Northwestern College over in Iowa, in Orange City. Most of you remember the coach over there, Jacobson. He was having a bad night, awful night. He couldn't coach, the players couldn't play, they couldn't shoot, they couldn't foul, they couldn't do anything right, so he starts on me, comes out on the floor, timeout, Jim, open your eyes, you're terrible, you stink, everything. I said, go coach your players. Next time out he calls, he meets me out on the floor. He's still going. You're terrible, give me a technical. You got to do something, give me a technical. I said, Coach, I know what you want. Your team stinks. I said, you don't want to watch them. You're going to stay here as long as I do. Tough calls and situations, yeah, we have them. 45 years of refereeing, you have them. A couple of examples of tough situations from officiating. Coming home at 2 o'clock in the morning and trying to convince my lovely wife the game went 6 overtimes. And the other tough one that was tough was blowing the whistle to end that last ball game. Those are tough. But make no mistake about it, my proudest moments officiating is when I got to do it with my son. But I want you to know he's not quite as quick as I was. And Bob Winter will attest to that. But he's a darn good official. So thank you again for this recognition. I really appreciate it. Thank you.